Alright, I've been seeing a lot of videos about iron masking and detectors dealing with it, and it got me to thinking. Uh, I'm thinking about the XP-DES as my next detector, and I'm also thinking about getting into detecting some old home sites. So, I figure with that being said, I might as well take the detectors I have access to now and see if I can't come up with some sort of a little test of my own to test their capability in iron. So I pulled up these iron targets here. I dug them up. I mean, they're not square nails, but as you can see, some of them have been in the ground for quite a while. Roofing nails, whatnot, and things you might expect to find around a home site. And maybe not the oldest home site, but you know, it could be. It could be from many years of cross-era, you know, contamination from newer times and older times. But you're going to encounter a lot of things like this in the ground, roofing nails and other nails and whatnot. So I decided to bring out some test targets. I have it's just a 1998 50-cent piece. I didn't have a big silver to bring out here with me right now, so I decided to use that. But the other two coins are actually, you know, silver coins in 1964 and this 1963. So I figured that these tests, you know, these coins would be pretty good, you know, good enough for what I'm doing. Of course, I have a platinum ring here and a 14 karat gold ring there, and I'm gonna set them up here in a second. You'll see how, and do a little iron masking test and see how they handle that using these iron objects. Alright, the DFX, of course, the 5.3 coil, the Tesoro with my little modified control box. Same Tesoro though, with the small coil, I guess 6" or something like that, I'm not sure. So one for Tesoro, it's a double D or a wide scan, so it's not concentric. Of course the gold bug with the small 5" coil, which I think is going to give it a little bit of an advantage to get in between those iron targets. Well, let's see what happens. Alright, I'm going to begin my test with a gold ring. You can see I selected the two large nails, you know, here, and this one on that side is actually touching the ring. Like I said, I'm starting with the gold bug. I'm going to turn it on and ground balance it. I checked the area up here, and there's not any metal below there that's you know, close enough to matter. It definitely wasn't popping any big targets. So let's get a ground balance on here. I'm expecting somewhere around 60 or something. There we go. That'll work. I'm going to run my sensitivity all the way up. Well, since the targets are so close, let's simulate natural conditions. I'd probably be at 100%. I'm going to bring my discrimination up to where anything at right above Ferris will make a tone. So, say we're at an old home site, we're going to be looking for any noises whatsoever. Over here on the end, I have a stack of nails that just happen to come together in a way that produces a iffy signal. So I haven't touched them. I've been leaving them like they are to test the other detectors with it. So, alright, let's get this thing started and see what this ring sounds like in a highly iron contaminated area. Not very good, but considering that you can't hear any of the other iron at a normal swoop speed, that's pretty good. See, you got a little bit of falsing there. But it's kind of a floaty signal. You can't really get it repeatable. For as loud as it is, you would pretty much assume that's not a good target. But you might be digging that up. You might be digging some of them up too. And some of them. But the ring most definitely. Smooth the iron nail off a little bit. It needs just a little bit more space, I think. It's coming in a little better. I think it would stop you. Well, the bottom line is that this is not nearly as good as I would have hoped to see. I'm pretty confident that I would investigate that target. But not 100% certain. Yeah. It's funny, this way I thought I would get it better. But I'm not getting anything at all. I would definitely dig that. Let's try the silver quarter. 1964 quarter. And see what that sounds like. It's diggable. You can see it's ringing up ring numbers. But it's definitely a solid target. You can see how erratic that target is. You might would dig that up, but it really looks like iron. Especially compared to that. So that's what a target surrounded by iron sounds like, with the gold bug. Alright, give me a second here and I'll switch over to another detector. Well, first of all, let me show you what it sounds like wide open. Alright, we're going to do the same test with the DFX. We're going to start off with a quarter. We're going to use the wide open program I had loaded in already. Get another little ground balance. We're going to see what that quarter sounds like. You can see I'm not getting anything but negative. If you look at the chart down here in the signal graph, we should be seeing some numbers up here to signify a good target. Maybe a little lower because of the iron mask. You see, we get them every once in a while. But we also get them over here. I messed up my little nils. Anyway. I don't see myself using this program on the DFX at an old home site. But, you know, I'm sure there might be something I could do to get it going a little better. Let's try the standard program of coins and jewelry. Okay, I'm not impressed with that either, but, you know, like I said, maybe there's a better program. I just don't feel like trying to figure it out right now. Alright, this was a little surprising to me. We're going to use the Vaquero, of course, a beep and dig. I'm going to turn the sensitivity up, mostly 10, I guess. Probably could bump it higher. But, That signal right there, to me, is very broken, very floaty. Even when you isolate it down to a narrow little window, it still floats around inside that window. So let's have a full scan. What? That's a good signal. So most definitely, by far, the Vaquero, to me, in the way I operate, is the easiest machine to use. Picking that signal out. If you're in a situation where there's not any aluminum contamination, this is perfect. You can learn the differences between a good signal and a floaty signal. Alright, let's try it with a ring. It's a little more floaty, a little less of a positive dig, but it's still a lot better than that. Or that. That's definitely a dig. Let's move the iron in a little closer. That's still a dig. Let's move it in a little bit closer than that. That's still a dig. Can you see that rusty nail sitting on top of that? Believe it or not, that's a dig too. And would you pick it up at speed? Probably not. But you might. Would you pick it up at speed with the other detectors? Definitely not. Again, this is floaty. Okay, I dig that. can see with the discrimination rolled up even higher, it's completely quiet over here. So, I mean, if you want to talk about recovery time, I guess the Tesoro's doing pretty good. That's a solid signal. Again, you have to train your ears to what's a solid signal and what's a floaty signal. It's not hard to do, though. You can see you can move at a fast pace too as well. Here's all metal, so we can hear the recovery speed of the Tesoro. It's pretty fast. One, two, one, two, one, two. I'd have to recommend a Tesoro for myself if I don't have my XP in and I haven't figured it out yet for my next hunt at a home site. Because, I mean, really, come on. Could you get a signal that straightforward and clear with the DFX or the Gold Bug? I don't know. I really don't know. But as far as simplicity goes, the only thing I've done on here is raise the discrimination up above iron. And you might be poking around with some iron. You might be digging some of the floating signals. Because actually this signal over here is starting to sound pretty good. While the ring is not. but I think the Tesoro is definitely going to be the one to use. You're going to dig more iron, I imagine, but at least you get a good heads up on good targets. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this, but anyway, so I'm going to conclude the test here. I like the Tesoro for home sites. I'm going to try it first.